get into today's topic. Today's topic, guys, can we talk about soft life? Can we talk about a soft life? But I want to talk about soft life, the mindset behind a soft life, the mindset behind a soft life. And also, what does soft life feel like in our body? You know, you can't go through social media anymore, hey, without scrolling past someone talking about soft life. Jess, I'm laughing because I saw you responding to Amber. Thank you. Right? I mean, you cannot scroll through TikTok without someone talking about the soft life. You can't go through Instagram without somebody, you know what I mean, talking about the soft life. People are talking about being in their soft life era. People are asking for soft life, right? But I'm more interested, and I want us to be more interested in what is the mindset behind soft life. How does soft life feel in our body? Detox, I see that you've just entered the building. You've just entered the chat. Thank you so much. So guys, oh yes, Jess says, I'm in my soft life era now. I love that. I absolutely love that. So I'm thinking, guys, what if soft life is not something that we earn, but it's something that we choose daily in our thoughts and also in our body by the feelings that we choose to embody. Hey? So let's talk about a soft life mindset. What do you guys think a soft life mindset is? What do you think the mindset is behind a soft life? So we're not talking about the luxurious things that you see when people post about soft life, okay? We're talking about the mindset. What is the mindset behind a soft life? Hey, Mrs. Ntwaki, I see you, and I see the 100. Jess says grace, love, patience with yourself. Absolutely. So Jess, I agree with you. I definitely think that soft life, definitely there is an element on how are we treating ourselves, right? How are we treating ourselves? And when I think of soft life, I think that that's choosing to be kind to myself. That's choosing self-talk that is gentle, self-talk that is soft, and also believing that I am worthy and deserving of that type of self-talk. You know, that I don't have to always be the critical person in my own mind. Glamorous says, I think it means my body is comfortable in my life. Ooh, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I agree with you 110%, Glamorous. And we're going to talk about that. What does soft life feel like in our body? Soft life, what does that feel like in my body? So what is the mindset and what does it feel like in my body? Max says ease. Oh, you hit the money. You know what I mean? Right there. Ease, kindness. Absolutely, guys. When I think of soft life, and Mac, I'm with you there 110%. When I think of soft life, definite ease comes to mind. Ease. Oh, I think ease. And I think this gets to be easy. For me, that's the mindset. This gets to be easy. This can be easy. Life can be easy. It doesn't have to be difficult. So ease, absolute ease. I agree with you. Does anyone else want to share what soft life means to them? What do you think the mindset is behind soft life? Jess says acceptance of self and kindness. Absolutely. Worldwide Kev. Hi, Kev. I see that you are new. Welcome, Kev. Hopefully you'll be back for many more sessions. Rafilwa says, talking that heals me inside. Absolutely. Nandi says, I'm entering into my soft life era. Peace. Oh, Nandi, that is a good one. Peace. So when I think of soft life, guys, I definitely think of peace versus pressure. I think soft life is definitely when we're choosing peace, right? When we choose that, you know what, I'm not going to react. I'm going to pause, take a deep breath in and respond. To me, that feels like soft life, right? No pressure. What about resting, guys? Resting. For me, I think soft life it's when I give myself permission to rest. When I'm like, you know what, resting can be a part of productivity. It's okay to rest, allowing ourselves to rest. Huh? Let me see some more of these comments. Jess, she says, yes, ma'am. Kamohelo says self-compassion. Absolutely, Kamohelo. So when we have self-compassion, absolutely, and we move through the day, just being kind and compassionate to ourselves. So Wela says being kind, absolutely. What about self-worth, guys? Self-worth. I think soft life is when you're no longer tying self-worth to productivity. When you're like, you know what, I am worthy simply because I exist, not because I ticked everything off my to-do list today. Hey, what about that? Hey, and you know what I mean? First lights along, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. So can anyone else think, what is the mindset, soft life mindset? When I say soft life mindset, what do you think the mindset is behind soft life? Something else for me, definitely not rushing. Oh no, I think soft life is definitely not rushing. It's giving myself space, when you give yourself space to think, space to feel, space to move through your day when you're not rushing. Detox, I see you sharing the live and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you are brand new here, guys, and you haven't let me know that you're brand new, please be sure to let me know in the comments that you are brand new so I can give you a shout out. If you've just joined us, hi, I go live Monday to Friday, 6:30 in the morning. This is where you'll find me and you'll find all of the regulars. Okay, what are we doing here in this live? We are focusing on both mind and body. It's no longer just about the mind. It is mind and body. Before we step into the day, we are choosing what energy we are stepping into this day with. Wipelo, I see that you are new. Welcome. Mrs. Ntswaki, you are new. Welcome. Rele, good morning to you, or grand rising. We say grand rising here in this live. We say grand rising in this live. We no longer say good morning. We say grand rising. Full transparency and confession. I learned last week in this live that grand rising means good morning. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm no longer saying good morning. I'm saying grand rising, everybody. And if you're wondering what today's topic is, we are talking about the mindset behind soft life. The mindset behind a soft life. And we're also talking about what does this feel like in our body, this soft life. Really, grand rising to you too. Go get a jet setter. I see you're new and you're loving the convo. Listen, I'm glad to have you here, grand rising, and hopefully you'll be back for many more sessions, okay? Tabby says no stressing about anything. So Tabby, could I say that then soft life would be trusting, hey? Would that be trusting? I trust that everything is working out for me, hey? I trust that, God's got me. Hey, is that, would you say that, Tabby? Right? So we are talking about a soft life, and we're not looking at the material things. So we're not talking about soft life, the material things today. We are talking about soft life. What is the mindset? Detox, thank you for the heart me. We are talking about the mindset. What is the mindset behind soft life? And also, how does soft life feel in our body? We are a whole person made up of mind and body, right? So who is this? Worldwide Kev says, personally, I think there's no such thing as a soft life. Oh no, Worldwide Kev. We need to change that. We need to challenge that type of thinking, Worldwide Kev. We need to change and challenge that type of thinking. Sometimes, Worldwide Kev, when we struggle with something mentally, so when we struggle with an idea mentally, the next thing to do is to drop into the body. So then, Worldwide Kev, I would say for me, my suggestion to you is stop thinking about soft life from your mental, your masculine energy, and start thinking about it from your body. So let's talk about it now. What does soft life feel like in our body? Think about it. What does soft life feel like in our body? Jess says self-care and self-love. Absolutely. When your shoulders are dropped, when your belly is soft, when you take a picture and you're not sucking in your belly, when you're not sucking in your belly, when you're taking a picture, right? When you take a picture and your belly's soft, right? I think it also feels like safety in our body. It feels like warmth, right? In the chest, it feels like warmth. Oh, it feels like warmth in the heart area. It feels like lightness, easy. So worldwide, Kev, I would say to you, get out of your headspace, drop into the belly, not your belly, drop into your body and approach soft life from that angle. So approach it and be like, what does it feel like in my body when I'm, this soft life, right? And also think about what would the opposite of soft life feel like in your body. So the opposite would be tightness, right? So if you're feeling tight, I don't think that's soft life. Okay? So that's just another way to look at it. Rela says calmness. You hit the nail on the head. It's calmness. When you feel calmness, go get a jet setter. Your nervous system is regulated. That's exactly what it is. We've hit soft life when our nervous system is regulated. Absolutely. Worldwide, Kev, you're more than welcome to share your thought with me. So that's exactly it. Calmness. Safe. When you feel safe within your own body, when there's a sense of, I feel safe. Okay? Mrs. Nzwaki, she says, it feels deliberating. It feels deliberating. Okay. Jess says soft life in the body is caring for it. Looking after yourself. Absolutely. Thank you, Jess. I see the rose. Faithy says, Grand Rising, what is the topic for today? Faithy and anybody else that has just joined us, we are talking about soft life, but we are specifically looking at the mindset behind soft life, okay? What mindset drives soft life? You've got to be believing something and thinking something, right? For you to experience a soft life, right? So what is the mindset behind a soft life? And also, what does soft life feel like in our body? If you guys are finding value from this session and you have not given me a follow yet, go ahead and give me a follow. And what this does is that when I go live tomorrow morning, TikTok should notify you. You'll be able to see that I'm going live, and then you can come in and you can join tomorrow's session. So I go live Monday to Friday, 6:30 in the morning. This is where you'll find me. You'll find all of the regulars. And every day it's a different yummy topic. There's no theme for this week. We are just going with the flow. It is December, baby. We are softening and we are just going with the feminine flow. Okay, so every day will just be a new topic. Today's topic happens to be mindset behind soft life. Rosie, I see that you just gave me a follow. I appreciate it. Dia, I see you've just joined us. Alrighty. Dear, good morning, right back at you. Jess says soft life is spending time with God and realizing you are literally so loved and adored. So Jess, how I interpret that would be, okay, soft life then is me making time in my day, right? Giving myself space. And in giving myself space and time, going, okay, I am going to spend this amount of time in the morning and have quiet time with God, right? So soft life, giving ourselves space, giving ourselves time, not rushing through our day, not rushing through our morning either, right? Alrighty. Rosie says safety. Absolutely. I think, guys, when we feel safe, when our body feels safe, absolutely. And it's a partnership between mind and body, this soft life. It's a partnership between mind and body. So we choose the type of thinking, we choose the type of belief, you know what I mean? We choose the affirmations that we're going to say to ourselves, supporting this soft life, right? And then we also check in with our body as well. We check in with our body as well, right? So it's a partnership between mind and body. This soft life. If you're still with me, double tap the screen. Let me know that you are still with me while I get into some more of these comments. Zama, I see you. Baby cakes. Grand rising to you, Zama. Rosie says, stillness in my femininity. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, Rosie. Lebohang, I see you. Jess was saying she's responding to Kev. Kev, I'm going to go down now and read your comments. Okay, let me go down. Okay, so Kev does not believe that there is such a thing as soft life. Kev, I would love to challenge you and say, I beg to differ. And maybe if you use some of my examples on how you can drop into your body and feel for soft life in your body, all right? Maybe get out of your mental space and drop into the feminine, which is our body, and feel for it that way, Kev, all right? But of course, I'm not trying to force my opinion or suggestions onto you, Kev. So if you want to stick with that thinking that there's no such thing as soft life, you are also free to do so. All right. The beautiful thing that God has given us is free will, right? So maybe you hear, Kevin, you're listening to this today and you're like, nah, I don't relate. This doesn't make any sense to me. And that is also okay, Kev. Maybe this is something much later on in life that will make sense to you. That's another thing, guys. Sometimes we go through life and we hear ideas, right? We hear ideas from different people. And maybe right then and there, we are not ready to receive the idea, or we're not ready to accept the idea, right? Or at that moment, it's like, I hear this, but I'm not so sure about it. That is absolutely okay. You don't have to force yourself to take on somebody else's idea, right? Whether it's my idea or any other person's idea, you don't have to force yourself. Sometimes what happens is you hear something, you think to yourself, I'm not really sure about this. But later on in life, it clicks and it starts to make sense. And you're like, oh, once upon a time I was on TikTok live and there was this chick with a cat and she was talking about the soft life. And okay, now I get it. Okay. So never ever force yourself to put on something that feels like it doesn't fit you. All right. So think of it that way. Never force yourself to take on idea and force yourself and force this idea on you. If it doesn't resonate with you, that is okay. That is absolutely okay. We have the gift of free will. So you are more than welcome to stay and to listen, Kev. And maybe at a later stage, it will start to make sense. Or maybe at a later stage, it'll feel like, oh, okay, I get it. Okay, Kev. I hope that helps you. Double tap the screen if you are still here, guys. Double tap the screen if you are still here. Alrighty, guys. And then let me know if you are ready to get into today's play. Are you ready to get into today's play? Oh, Detox. Detox says, I started to understand soft life after 40s, true life experiences and achievements. That's exactly it, Detox. So sometimes we hear a concept, we hear an idea, and we don't get it until a little bit later, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. We don't have to force ourselves to get something, okay? No. We don't do that. We can be open-minded, we can listen, but we don't have to force ourselves to get anything, okay? We can go, I'm listening, I'm open-minded, and maybe later on it clicks, later on it starts to make sense. But Detox, I agree with you. I think, I won't tell you my age, but I think that I'm only starting to understand soft life now, and only starting to understand the mindset behind a soft life now. Nzi, grand rising to you. So Nzi, what we say here in this live, so let's say I start the live at 6:30, okay, and let's say you come in at 7 o'clock. We don't say I am late. That's not an affirmation that we affirm about ourselves in this live, okay? We say I am right on time. So in Z, it means that whatever I say from here on out, so 7 until I end this live, that is what you needed to hear. So for anybody else, if you ever rock up in this live and it is after the start time, because the start time is 6:30 Monday to Friday, don't affirm that you are late. Here in this life, we believe that we are right on time. We trust soft life. We trust that we are right on time, okay? So trust that when you hear from 7 o'clock onwards, that's what you needed to hear. Remember, we're talking about soft life. Part of soft life, we spoke about it earlier, trust. I trust that I'm right on time. Alrighty, let me see some more of these comments and let me know if you are ready to get into today's play. Are you ready to get into today's play? Give me a play in the comments. Jess is responding, exactly. Jess is responding to Kev. Jess, I see that response and I agree with you. 110%. So let us go. Alrighty, guys. Okay. Ooh, Jess says soft life is eating when you feel hungry. Oh, Jess, that is beautiful. And we are going to get into some soft life habits just now. In fact, that's the next thing we're going to get into. Oh, alrighty. Alrighty. Oh, the Dia says, Good December. Exactly, Dia. Good December, boss. We are in the final month of the year, guys. Can you believe it? How did we get here? How did we get here? Guys, before we get into the play, I also wanted to just let you know, I let everyone else know yesterday, but I'll let you know today. I'm going to go live on Saturday. So Saturday, 4 p.m., I'm going to go live, okay? And I'm going to be interviewing a lady that I found here on TikTok, young lady that I found here on TikTok. Her name is Kimmy. And her handle here on TikTok is The Womb Speaks. So for all the ladies, 4 p.m. Saturday here on TikTok, I'm going to go live. I'm going to be interviewing her and chatting to her. And she's going to be telling us about her work. So she's going to tell us how she came about this work. Remember last week we spoke about listening to our bodies. We spoke about the wisdom that our body has, right? We spoke about how our body talks to us, right? And Kimmy's work is all about the womb speaks. So this one is a special one for all the ladies, 4 p.m. this Saturday. Be sure to come and join, all right? And you can also ask Kimmy some questions as well, but it's all about the body, specifically for the woman. It's about listening to our womb, all right? So that is this Saturday at 4 p.m. Be sure to come and join in, okay? I'll remind you every day this week so you don't forget, alrighty? So that's what it's going to be about, guys. We're just dropping into our body, dropping into our femininity, and we are just also dropping into our womb and listening to what our womb has to say to us. So that's for all the ladies. If you are a man, I'm not shutting you out. You are more than welcome to come and join the session. It will give you a better understanding of what the women in your life go through. So it could be beneficial for you from that perspective. So it is a ladies live, but I'm not shutting out any men. If you want to come and you are a man, you are more than welcome to. Okay. So that's Saturday, 4 p.m. Alrighty, let me get into these comments. If you're still with me, double tap the screen. Let me know that you are still with me. If you are ready for today's play, give me a play in the comments. Detox, I see you sending me a go popular. Jess, I see you sending me a friendship. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Alrighty, guys. Is anybody ready to get into today's play? Today's play. If you're brand new here, I used to use the word challenge. When I started going live, I no longer use the word challenge. Because I'm dropping into my femininity and the word challenge just doesn't sound yummy to me. So now we use the word play, okay? So we don't just come and listen to the lives. We walk away with something that we can play with during the day. That's what we do. We walk away with something that we can play with during the day. Experience. I appreciate the compliment. I see it. I appreciate it. Thank you. I receive that. Max says play. Nzi, exactly. Right on time. That's exactly where we're at. We are right on time here. We are right on time. Zianda, I appreciate the compliment. I receive it. Thank you so much. Guys, I see the roses. I see the likes, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. So let's get into what today's play is. Right? What are we going to play around with today? So today, guys, I'd like us to choose one soft life habit that we would like to embody. So one soft life habit that we would like to embody. And let's talk about some of these soft life habits. What does a soft life habit look like? So Jess already mentioned it earlier on. She said eating when you are hungry. So for me, I would think like, not only eating when you are hungry, what about deciding that, okay, I'm eating, but I'm going to savor this meal. I'm not going to eat it at my desk in front of the PC, right? I'm actually going to step away from my PC, sit down and actually savor the meal that I'm having. So for me, that's like a soft life habit. What about when you're drinking tea? When you're drinking tea or water, instead of gulping it down, what about actually savoring each sip? Savoring each sip. Can you guys think of other soft life habits that you would like to play with today? A soft life habit that you would like to embody. Maybe it's slowing down when you speak. So I know I'm a fast speaker. I speak really quickly. Regina, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. right? So for me, soft life would be like, oh no, but I don't have to speak in a rush, right? So for me, that would be like, oh, okay, maybe breathing in, slowing down, still talking, but maybe not as fast. So that's something that I want to play around with today. Okay, can you think of something that you would like to play around with today? So a soft life habit that you would like to embody. Maybe it's not rushing. Maybe you're someone that rushes through your day. You rush from this thing, you rush to that thing. Maybe soft life habit for you is to slow down. Maybe it's just to slow down. Maybe you're someone who you work with background music. You're forever on your phone. So there's constant stimulation. Maybe a soft life habit for you would be, you know what, I'm going to give myself 5 minutes today of pure silence. I'm just going to sit with myself. I'm not going to worry about being stimulated by my phone, by my TikTok feed. I'm going to turn down the background music while I'm working. I'm just going to give myself 5 minutes of stillness, 5 minutes of presence. Can you think of any other examples of some soft life habits that you would like to play around with today? Rella says being present and feeling every moment. Absolutely. Ooh, I love that. That is a beautiful soft life habit to play around with today. Being present and feeling every moment. I love that. Absolutely love that. Let's see. Regina, I see the roses. Thank you so much. Jess, ooh, I like this one. Jess says making your tea in a teapot. Ooh, Jess, you're giving me ideas. I don't have a teapot and I love tea. So I wonder if I shouldn't pop by Pep Home and get myself a nice, pretty little teapot and make my tea in a teapot. Jess, you have just given me a beautiful idea. I love that. What about even sipping our tea from a beautiful mug, a beautiful, something that makes you, when you look at the mug, when you hold that mug, when you sip your tea from that mug, it's like, oh, this is a soft life teacup, right? Regina, I see you. I see, babe, I see you. Can anybody else think of some examples of how they would like to play today with a soft life habit? What about walking fast? And I'm guilty of this. I used to be such a fast walker. It's actually crazy. I literally used to be such a fast walker. And something that I'm playing around with is slow down. Like, what is the rush? Like, where am I rushing to? Why am I walking in such a hurry? So that's something that I'm playing around with, literally slowing down my walk. Be like, okay, I'm going to get there, but I don't have to run there. I can walk there. Jess says, I've got a pink set for one teapot and a cup in porcelain that I use for tea. Ooh, that is beautiful. And Doggy says, not worrying about everything. Ooh, relaxing and reading a book. Ooh, I love that. Relaxing. I also think that's soft life, guys. When we allow ourselves time to relax. How am I doing for time, guys? 7:11. Okay, let me blend out my concealer placement. Hey? Oh, I love that. Relaxing and reading a book. Oh, that sounds like something I'd love to do. Rela says, definitely using my teapot going forward. Ooh, listen, I don't have a teapot, but I'm inspired. So I'm like, I am going to go and buy a teapot. Pep Home, here I come. Sometime I'm going to make sure that I make it there today. And make sure that I get a teapot and start having, pouring my tea from a teapot. Like, just the thought of that sounds so soft, so yummy. The thought of that just sounds so soft girl era-ish, right? Anne says, how about being aware and smiling? Don't wear your problems on your face. Ooh. So Anne, how I'm interpreting that is soft face. Hey, soft face, softening our face, smiling. I love what you say. Don't wear your problems on your face. You know, they always say don't dress like your problems. So I like this one. Don't wear your problems on your face. Don't dress like them and don't wear them on your face. I love that, Anne, and it is so good to see you here. Jess says listening to worship music when you feel down. So the type of music, I'm glad you mentioned music, Jess. The type of music that we listen to, I think definitely, something that's soft, right? Maybe not listening to some crazy rap songs that call us bees and call us all other sort of interesting words, right? Maybe choosing something that is actually softer. Like I'm really enjoying SZA, so I really like SZA, and I also really like Janae. I don't know if you guys know Janae. What's her surname? I think it's Aiko. Janae Aiko. Like there's something so sort of soft about her voice, you know. So I love like listening to her. Like I feel like I'm in my soft girl era when I listen to her, you know. Faith says, me too. I'm a fast speaker. So Faith, are you going to play around with slowing down the fast speaking? Hey, are you going to join me in that? Is that going to be our play today? Faith, you and me. We're going to play around with slowing down. Hey? Suela says being on time and consistency. Ooh, okay, that is interesting. Being on time and consistency. So Suela, just elaborate for me. Are you saying that this is something you're going to play around with? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that this is what soft life feels like to you? Can you just elaborate and just give me a little bit more there, Suela? But I love it, but I just want to further understand. I don't want to go like on my own sort of thought loop. Hey, let me see. Are there any more comments? Okay, let me go down here. Jess says, in fact, be early. Oh, yes. Being on time keeps you calm. All right. Is that what you were saying, Suela? I apologize if I missed it. Is that what you were saying? But I love this, that being on time, absolutely it does. It's like, guys, so soft life for me, another thing, guys, soft life. It's not so much about the luxury things, right? Because I know sometimes on social media, that's what it looks like. It looks like, oh, it's soft life because you have a Chanel bag, or it's soft life because you have a Louis Vuitton bag, right? I think soft life is about regulated energy. Regulated energy. And how do we regulate our energy? Well, it is our thoughts and our body, right? What are we choosing to think about? So the mindset, soft life mindset. And also, how does this feel in our body? So also checking in with our body, right? So it is much more than just the Chanel bags, the fancy stuff. In fact, I think that it's when our nervous system is so regulated that we attract wonderful and good things to ourselves, okay? And the cherry on top might be that it's a fancy handbag, right? But that comes into our experience because we have fixed up here the mindset and here the body. What does it feel like? We are regulating our nervous system, regulating our energy. And I am going to go in and bake my face. How am I doing for time, guys? It is 16 minutes past 7. King G, I see you here. Alrighty. Okay, Nandi, I'm reading your comment. Nandi says, I will meditate and unwind to opera. Ooh, that sounds very soft life. Or ballad music before bed with a cup of warm tea. Ooh, classical music and opera. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. That sounds soft to me. Hey, that sounds, ooh, just thinking about that sounds soft. That's a beautiful habit, by the way, Nandi. I absolutely love that. So I definitely have a chamomile tea in the evenings. So that is like my sort of soft life habit. You know what I mean? It's sort of like chamomile tea before I go to sleep in the evenings, you know, unwind with some chamomile tea. But, ooh, I love that opera or ballad music. Ooh, Nandi, I love that. Alrighty, guys. Jess, I think, alrighty, let me see. Have I got all the comments? So guys, if you are finding value from this session, if you find value from this live and you're not already following me, be sure to give me a follow. What this does is that TikTok will notify you when I go live, or you'll see that I'm live and you'll be able to come and join in tomorrow's session. I go live Monday to Friday, 6:30 in the morning. All right. And we just talk about, well, everything sort of mindset and body related. Okay. So what we're doing in this live is that we're just choosing how we're showing up in our day. We're not focused on other people. We're not focused on other people behave. We are focused on the things that are within our control. All right. So we're focused on our own mindset and we're focused on our own body. And today we are talking about soft life. Soft life mindset, soft life, how does it feel in my body? And today's play, guys, we are playing around with a soft life habit. So you're thinking about what soft life habit would you like to embody today as you go through your day? That's the play. And your other play is to add another picture to your 2026 vision board. We started our vision board yesterday. So today we need to go in and we need to add another picture. So we are not trying to finish our vision board in one day, right? I think soft life, that's another thing with soft life. Soft life for me is like, I don't have to do everything in one day. I can do something today. I can do one thing today, but not everything, right? So today, if I'm thinking about my 2026 vision board, today, I can add another picture to it. I don't have to finish the entire board. I can think about, this is a goal I'd love to achieve in 2026. This is something I want to call into my experience, and then look for the visual representation of that thing. Are you still with me? Give me a double tap on the screen if you are still with me. And I'm going to go in now with my blush. Let me look for my blush, and then I'm going to read some more of your comments. Oh, 21 new messages. Let's see what is happening here. Suela, thank you so much. I see that you sent me a rose and I appreciate it. The time is 7:19. Okay, guys, so I'm still here until 7:30. The main lesson for today and the play for today is done, okay? So I know some of you have to log off because you're getting to work, you're busy with the kids, you have to go to uni. So I completely understand that. So if you feel like, okay, you've got to go, well, you've got the topic or the lesson of the day and you've also got the play for the day. So it is absolutely okay if you need to go. I will be back here tomorrow morning at 6:30. For the rest of you, if you would like to hang out with me while I finish my makeup, I am going to be here for another 10 minutes. You are welcome to hang out with me while I finish my makeup and we'll listen to some lo-fi music in the background. Can you hear the music? And I will get into some of your comments as well. So the choice is yours. The choice is all right, guys. 7:31. I will see you back here tomorrow morning, 6:30. Have a beautiful day, a day that is as beautiful as you are. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.